Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. I am back outside of Krondor. Did all the selling and stuff. Let's see, how much money are we up to? Almost 5,000. You know, I think Quester's View is the place that had good armor for sale at a reasonable price. So I think we're going to make our way there. And actually get some new armor. We'll see what they actually have available. And then I also want to do something that I have not done in the Let's Play before. We'll wait until I get to that point, though. I do enjoy just zipping through the areas like this. Normally, when I'm off-screen, I actually increase the cycles like 2 or 3 times as much. It makes everything go a lot faster. But I feel like this pace is better for actually where we are. You know, I'm sitting on 3 stacks of this stuff. Give you one. Give you one. Let's go ahead and just use this stuff. Exiting to the Krondor City part does not cause those bodies to disappear in the Krondor sewers. Exiting all the way out of Krondor does. I think it's because it's a map transition change thing, which deletes all those things. Luckily, I'd gotten everything off of the bodies. There was only like one more fight, actually. One guy had a Mordell brooch that I think was in one of the fights that I showed, and then another one had a ruby, so that was nice. But it was only 121 gold. So I'm going to go ahead and camp there. So those herbal packs are pretty good for getting you healed up a little bit. Let's do this. Hi Sarth, bye Sarth. Okay, I do not need to be on the road for this part. Okay, so I've got a Keshian Tapir, so I don't need that. Gray Tower Plate appears to be the best, but I don't actually know if we can wear that. I assume so. I felt like there was something better. There is this armor. Let me actually look at the data files for the armor. I know that that we have not seen the best armor yet, or at least the best armor that you can purchase. So Eulaliko armor is 30% mod, and Grey Tower plate is 40. So I suppose we should get a suit of that. Let's go ahead and haggle. 562. I'll accept that. Okay, can you wear this? You can. Even in its advanced state of deterioration, at quality condition 100%. Yeah. Armor mod 40%, resistance is none, blessed type none, racial mod dwarf. I mean, I don't think we get dwarves in the party, so... But there might be dwarves that you can fight, or who fight on your side, or something like that at some point. 20 sovereigns, I'll accept that. It's not much. Here's a good question, though. Alright, you're a little bit full up on stuff, so... Let's just do that. Can you actually wear that? You can. Alright. Okay. There we go. Okay, first of all, let's get you to repair that. Let me make sure that you're on Armorcraft. We did get a few points on a few things. Nothing to, like, write home about, though. Yep, alright. What? Oh, I must have hit decline. Oops. There we go. Our weapons are okay. When they get below 90, I'll think about doing something with them. Okay, you got 24, 24, 24, 24. You got 20. Well, that keeps the slots even, so I guess I'll stick with that. Okay, anything else that I want? Got the Great Tower Plate, that's good. I have almost used up a whetstone. And I meant to hit H for haggle rather than A for accept, but whatever, it's not that much money. And they sell corals in full stacks, so I can't really afford to get anything there. Alright, so that's good. There are better swords out there, I think. Let's see. I believe we have seen a great sword, which is actually better than the Gallon Griefmaker, but I'll wait a little bit on that. We'll see if we get anything better. That might be the best purchasable sword, but I'm not positive. Okay, we are still healing, so I think that we'll go ahead and just camp right here. Oh, well, unfortunately we have hit the maximum. Okay, but let's head back this way. I don't need to head to Sarth. We're going to do something else that we have not done in this Let's Play yet. Did I pass it? I wanted to go to the other temple. I think it's coming up. I didn't think we would go for another day, though. No, I definitely passed it. Yeah, I want to use the teleport feature since I have not done that. There it is. You're hiding from me. Alright, teleport. Okay, so we are currently at the Temple of Song. We can go to Sylvan, we can go to Killian, we can go to Ishap, we can go to Ruthia, we can go to Chapel of Ishap, or we can go to the Temple of Limbs Kragma. I think that we will go to the Temple of Limbs Kragma, because that is close to where we want to go. It costs us 99 sovereigns, 99 gold. Not too bad with all the money that I've got right now. James recalled the mandala. Like a wheel of fire, it exploded across James's consciousness, vanquishing the world in a searing blaze of white light. For a heartbeat, all that existed in the universe was a single point of rotating fire, spun by an unseen hand with incredible power. Spun by the hand of a god. James blinked. As abruptly as it had burst into existence, the mandala was gone, replaced by a simple painting upon a temple wall. A new temple wall. Nearby, a clutch of darkly robed acolytes waited, their faces registering neither shock nor fear at the sudden arrival. "You knew we were coming?" James asked, stepping away from the symbol. "As a courtesy, we are given some warning by the sending temple," one of the priests said. "You will likely feel a bit disoriented for a time, but the sensation should pass. Be welcome." Okie dokie. And now we are all the way over here. It is pretty handy. It is expensive, but, you know, sometimes that is worthwhile. Alright, now, specifically, we're near actually, we're not that close to Malek's Cross. Malek's Cross had their own, teleporter. We're about halfway between Malek's Cross and Lytton, which is fine, but I need to go a lot farther than that. And this was the closest temple that we have teleport access to, unfortunately. But, it's not too bad. We've taken care of those guys. You know what? I am going to... I'm going to go until they complain and say, we're too tired. There we go. Once you hit that point, you start losing stamina, and of course, then you start losing health. Running in and out of the sewers to sell stuff, I was just like, nah, I don't care if you're tired. It left them kind of the worse for wear, shall we say. It is weird that there isn't a larger road between those two spots. Okay, now we are almost done with the Rusalki quest. Is this the one that I want? It is not, but he does have some torches. Whatever. Also, I think I'd kind of like to get some more rations. What are you guys at? 11? Alright. That's not bad. And I think I'll get, like, 2 more. Makes it easier to run back and forth between places when you have a nice stock of rations. Okay. So I'm not sure if I saw it, but there was some text that we got when we fought that rogue mage and the 2 rogues, or that we could have gotten, and I think I successfully snuck up on them, so I didn't get that, but I don't recall for sure. But they are related to the Rusalki quest. Okay. Yep, let's go ahead and do this. Let's get the future. Very well, Hafra said with a weak smile, her posture relaxing visibly as she leaned back into the overstuffed stuffed cushions of her sitting chair. We shall tell your future. Let's see. I can't remember whose she read, but she actually does have different text for all three of us. When you are driven on the longest road, you will seek to destroy the instrument of deception, but will find need to deceive those who guard the way. And the very last place you will find that salvation is with the man who seems a boy. Okay. Future. Regarding Owyn, the look on her face slowly changed, turning into a mask of pain and regret. You will die a slow and painful death alone and in starvation, she said somberly. Those upon whom you thought you could count will abandon you in your hour of need, and in death they will believe you a disgrace to your station. We'll accept that for now. What about the future? James cringed as he found that the mystic was regarding him intensely, fixing him with a gaze that looked frankly more familiar than he liked. You shall discover wealth in a hidden place, but shall lose something dearly won, so that you may obtain it. In gaining it you shall have great joy, but later will find that it holds great misery for the time ahead. What if we keep doing this? No, slow and painful death. So James actually has 2. I have grown weary from this, she said. Bella will show you to the door. You may come back another time if you wish to know more. I did not get any stats out of that. I guess that ding was just saying that we're done. For a long moment she sat silently, her gaze turned as much inwards as outwards, but at last she spoke in a startlingly youthful voice. A long shadow and a star stand over your house, she said, addressing James. Even as you find the soul that is kin to your own, and achieve all that you had hoped, you will lose your closest friend to passion in a foreign land. I reject this one. James snorted his contempt for the old woman's prediction. I think she has one for Goroth, but I don't know. There definitely are multiple ones for the different characters, apparently. I could have said any of the same things. I've heard virtually all those things from street lunatics. Hoffra! Bella shouted, but was shoved aside like a mere twig as the old woman lunged to her feet, her eyes blazing fury. Raking James's face with her sharpened nails, she howled in a voice that no longer sounded human. I am Hoffra! You will believe! You will believe! Weeping openly, Bella moved behind his distraught wife, but rather than trying to console her, he lifted a stick of firewood and struck her to the floor. Standing over her unconscious form, he seemed poised to strike again. What? Confused, James flashed a horrified stare at Bella, but suddenly drew back in shock as another form began to materialize around Hoffra's crumpled body, taking on the shape of a young girl. For a moment it hovered, its expression glowering as it stared at Bella. Then, with a hateful screech, it flashed through the air to pass through the walls of the house. Go after it, Bella sobbed, dropping to the ground to cradle his wife. Go and kill it! We are finished with the Rusalki now. Go! Nearly tripping over the clutter of the small house, they rushed outside and prepared their weapons for the Rusalki, who now waited to kill them all. Yes, but where? Nope, didn't mean to camp. Turn off road. Ah, there we go. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get, let's go with crossbow for now. Get you on to casting. I'll put you on crossbow for the moment, although you're standing right behind James, so I don't think you'll be able to do much. Boop! Ow! Time to skyfire you. Right, no, that's not gonna work. Let's try an Elven Quarrel. Okay, given that amount of damage, let's get you onto melee. I have apparently poisoned it, though. Boop! I love that I have poisoned it. $20 health and stamina for 60 damage. Let's try it. Yes! Dang it, Gorath! And he's too slow to get to it, so... James blinked. Despite the fact that the creature had disappeared, he was wary to drop his guard, but a quick survey of the area revealed that it was nowhere in sight. I think it's gone, he said. Let's get moving again. Gorath's accuracy crossbow ability has increased. I suppose that's good. Disappointed by the lack of increases for any of the other guys' stuff. Honestly, like... I have one fact that recommends getting certain skills to certain points before, you know, at the end of various chapters. I honestly have no idea how you can, like, ensure that. Bella said nothing as he let them inside. Next to the door, Hafra was sitting up, her frail fingers clutched in her hair and a distant look on her face. As she regarded them, she looked more relieved than pained for her injury. She is dead? Yes, James replied, dead. Or at least we may assume so. What exactly did we witness here? A foolish old woman who didn't wish to let her daughter go, she said, her voice trembling. Grabbing hold of Bella's hand for support, she continued on bravely. After our daughter died, I sought to find her with my talents. I thought if I could seize onto her, we could keep her with us. But that's not what you found, James replied. Hafra shook her head. No, it wasn't. Instead, I found the spirit of the Rusalki, who promised that she would bring our daughter to us if we would allow her to live through me, to inhabit this body. For a while we believed her, but after several weeks, we knew we had been trapped by the creature. Feeling awkward in the woman's presence, James touched the woman's shoulder lightly. I'm very sorry. Don't be, she said. You have freed us of a curse, and now we can begin to rebuild our lives without my daughter. For this I shall grant you a true prophecy, or at least one as true as I am capable. Looking deep into James's eyes, Hafra spoke slowly. There is one you seek, who hides in many guises. He will trick you and guide attention away from himself, but he is marked by his smell. He shall be the one who holds the key to an important mystery. What is his name? James asked, intrigued by the answer. I do not know, the woman replied in shame, looking at the floor. In truth, my powers are quite limited. I have told you all that I can truly see. Enough, Bella said. It is time you had some rest, Hafra. Understanding the man wished for them to leave, James nodded thankfully to the fortune teller. Nodded thankfully to the fortune teller and her husband. Good luck on your new life together, he said, closing the door behind them. I think you deserve it. Alrighty. Let's zoom down the road. See if we can get back to the town. Unfortunately, I can barely see the map right now. I don't want to... Okay, now I see where I am. I don't want to rest if I can help it. Yeah, let's go into Sylvan. James shouted at the ship. Appearing at the railing of the ship, a golden-haired man waved down to them, then cupped his hand over his mouth. Unless one of you are in need of a trip to the priestess on the Isle of Eortis, I can't help you, he shouted. I've got to get the Mist Devil ready for sailing out within the week. Is one of you critically ill? No, but... James spluttered, but was cut off by the first mate. Sorry, mates. I've got to get these swabs moving. Okay, I think I might need to be, like... injured or something. Like, actually injured. So, let's try casting some spells. Overhead, the stars flared. Owyn swept his hand in a wide arc over his head, light growing around them like a shimmering dust. Blinking rapidly, he let his eyes adjust to the strange artificial light. A small loan from above, Owyn said in explanation. Let's get moving. Wow, that is an interesting effect. There's Dragon's Breath. Can sense magical items. Okay, so that's not telling me that... I think that's indicating that there aren't any magic items around. What are you at? You're at 0? Alright, let's see if that's enough. Because I'm pretty sure I have done everything that I need. Alright, that makes me think that there is another Rusalki group around that I have not faced. Well, it's about time to end the episode. I'm going to see if I can figure out where exactly they were supposed to be and see if I've faced them all, because I'm pretty sure I was pretty sure I did everything that I needed to. So when we come back next time, we'll see if we can actually get back to that temple. See you next time, everyone.